Folks, welcome to the Jake Feinberg Show. Joined today by a cosmic musician, a local legend, bassist Chris Pierce. Welcome to the Jake Feinberg Show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about how, if you could talk to the audience about how you eventually came around to appreciating and actually playing Grateful Dead music.
I guess playing it happened fairly recently. Within the past few years. I've loved the Dead since I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved listening to them, and Lesh has always been, a badass in my mind and in my eyes. But in terms of playing it, it kind of just started a couple years ago. Randomly, I got offered a bar gig, and it was a Grateful Dead cover bar gig. So
I hear a lot of Lesh. Yeah. Lesh was an inspiration for you. And I'm not talking studio Lesh, I'm not sure, but I mean, when was the first time you heard live Dead?
Oh, probably back in high school.
Okay.
Probably back in high school. And I always liked how he went out. One of my favorite Lesh quotes, or a quote about Lesh, or and it's been paraphrased a lot, is that he never played the same thing once. And
he never played the same song the same way once.
Yeah, exactly. And
you've always tried to incorporate that into the music that you've played, regardless of genre.
I mean, shoot, I don't know if it was super intentional. I don't think it was. But I've always loved Lesh. I've always loved what he did.
Let's talk about this more importantly.
Yeah.
You play almost as you don't over saturate anything, but you do play as a lead player to a degree, in terms of, and I wanted you to talk a little bit about your philosophy as it relates to the thing in the academy or in academia that you most can translate over to your status as a bandstand musician. I mean, you are on the stand, multiple times a week. So I'm just curious about, what was the one thing? Did you have any academic training?
Very little, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm mostly self-taught. I started playing bass. I had a bass as a kid, but I really started playing in high school.
I want you to look at my
I got you. But I really started playing to join my high school friends' punk band. They needed a bass player, and I, of course, told him, I know how to play bass. I'm really good. You know what I mean? And I was not, and I barely knew how to play.
It's called punk music.
But it was punk music, and that was my start. And then as far as academic training, I went to the U for a little bit, and I've had
here.
For a very brief time, and I've had some kind of informal.
Was it boring or something? Was it constricted? What was it? Because you don't you have your own. The thing is, I'm always asking cats.
Yeah.
How you find your individual voice. And to me, if you go through I think there's part, you want to get your chops up, your reading chops up, and that kind of stuff, but you found your individual voice on the bandstand.
Yeah, I kind of learned by doing, definitely by doing and by just playing with a lot of bands. And in my experience, I can only speak for myself, but it's
your interview.
It's the best. Yeah, that's true. That's the
You're
best.
Allowed to speak about how you feel.
That's the best way to learn, is by actually doing it. Not to take anything away or to slag off, academia at all, but that just wasn't my path, really. I kind of learned from other musicians, being in bands, having people show me things, watching, listening to a lot of music, watching a lot of videos,
Absolutely.
Those kind of things. And at this point, it's just all kind of in there, And I learned, I know all my scales and, and all my modes and stuff like that. I can read a little bit and all that stuff, but it was never, the academic focus was never a huge thing for me. I really did kind of learn just by doing and by playing a bunch, touring a bunch. Back in my younger days, especially, and
Is this the kind of band, Bloomstone? You named this band, by the way. Is this the kind of band you want to go on the road with?
Oh, I'd love to go on the road with this band.
Why? What makes it? Why? If you're talking to cats out there in, Fargo, North Dakota, or Logan, Utah, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's something special here. But you break it down.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think we got a little bit of everything. Grant is an amazing songwriter. He's an amazing guitar player, amazing
Singer
vocalist.
Singer.
Amazing vocalist. I love playing with him. We met doing wedding gigs. And
What a blessing.
Total blessing. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
And
that guy changed my life, dude.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Guy.
He's become one of my dear close friends. Yeah, I think we got a bit of everything. There's some soul vibes in there. There's some Americana. There's like
really
country
R&B
influence.
kinda,
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of R&B in there. And then there are moments. Grant can shred. You know what I mean? And I'd like to think I can shred. And I can definitely turn on a
Beach can
buzz.
stretch out.
And,
You and
and
Beach,
Beach shreds. And yeah, he and I, Fort Knox baby for life. We got it. We got a good thing going, and I love playing with him. Obviously, as a rhythm section. At this point, we've been playing together for 15 years. You know what I mean? And it's almost sounds like cliche or whatever, but it's almost telepathic or psychic. I feel like we're gonna hit the same things. And
I was noticing that in the
part.
sound check. It was like you were like just trust it, and you guys worked it right out. And he's like, oh yeah, I picked it right away.
Yeah, for sure.
Telepathy.
It's been a little bit since we've played with this group. So. And we didn't get a chance to rehearse before this gig.
That's
so
fine.
we're
The
rehearsing on
rehearsal,
sound
the R
check.
word is a dirty word.
Yeah, no, for sure. It can be.
All right, I have my final question for you.
Yeah.
Regardless of the tragedy of it all, I want you to talk about the transcendent qualities of Mike Moynihan as a musician.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, because you know
That's
what?
heavy.
It is, but you know what, man? Like, you change. One of the side. I'm not a promoter.
Yeah.
But the one show that I did in this town.
Yeah.
You guys came to play, and
Yeah.
I don't want to make it trivial, and I don't want to,
No,
but I'm just saying, for no matter what, he got me off.
Yeah, I mean, Moynihan is Mike is an incredible musician. He's an incredible person who obviously,
Succumb to really
has some health problems that he needs to get figured out, and I hope that he's able to do that. Mike is a dear old friend of mine. I don't even know what to say. Playing with him.
What would you like to get? What message you want to get to him right now?
I love you. That's all I'd want to say to Moynihan. I love Mike. Mike he's a great musician. He's a great person. He's a dear old friend of mine. Black Jackalope Ensemble, which was our group together with Colin Shook and Tom Beach and Daniel Bedosola,
killer
and
bands.
Kebler and Flynn and all the people who went through there. Was a dream project for me. I still have recordings on my hard drive that I'm desperate to release one of these days.
Get it out there.
Yeah,
what are we waiting for, dude?
Yeah, one of these days. Regardless, I love Mike. I love him. That's all I'd want to say to him. I love you, and he's a brilliant musician. He's a brilliant person. He's such a kind soul, kind heart. Who just
anybody that is that dealing with neurotic behavior, mental illness, I can relate. My heart goes out to him.
Absolutely.
So I want him to get it on board.
Say. Yeah.
Well, the final question: where do you want to grow the most as a person or player?
Oh shoot. As a person,
you can take the choice, either one you want.
Yeah, I mean,
you know everything in music.
I definitely don't. I definitely just want to keep growing in general as both a person and as a musician. I don't even know in what ways. I want to keep growing mentally, keep growing my heart. Keep growing. I want to keep learning on the bandstand. Keep having people, show me crazy chords or show me crazy bass grooves or crazy whatever. I just want to keep growing and learning and loving and hoping to share what I love doing, which is playing music with my friends, with as many people as possible. So
I just want to say that before I let you go, man. I remember one of my interviews with Dave Schools. He goes out, and then Oteil goes out. It was some kind of jam session, and then Victor Wooten goes out and there's like playing the bass, all like just some ridiculous thing. And the point is that we're all just be yourself, because there's always going to be somebody that has some better technique, facility, whatever it is, and everybody brings their own essence to the table.
It's true.
I drove here tonight for that. So CP, man,
means a lot, brother. Thank you.
All right, and much love, continued success on your path,
brother.
brother.
Thank you.
All right, look forward to
Same
seeing
to you, Jake. Thank you, brother.
All right, this is Jake Feinberg Show. See you later.